Hello YouTube, KDP here and welcome back to Bang Average Gaming's Pokemon Omega Ruby randomized Nuzlocke. We find ourselves in Mauville City after the last episode where, as promised, I said we were going to hatch this egg at the start. Now what I have been doing is I've been grinding round Mauville City. I've been going on my bike and just cycling round this little outer ring in Mauville City to bring the steps down on the egg, so it's very close to hatching, and we will start off with that in this episode by hatching this egg. We do technically have, now it's not on screen yet, but I do technically have a 6th team member currently waiting in the wings should this egg not be something that we're interested in, possibly adding to the team. But without further ado, before we start cycling around to hatch this egg, we're going to go straight into team recap here. We have Grumps, the Granbull Unori Lover, the minus ability and the moves Strength, Fire Fang, Rock Smash and Ice Punch. So a little bit of a change there. We got rid of Headbutt and we got rid of Charm and taught an extra couple moves. Now I know Grumps has 2 HMs, but Strength is pretty good. Rock Smash is just there for the sake of knowing Rock Smash. But the Strength one is good because of it's got a decent amount of power. It's got 80 power, a little bit more than Headbutt. Headbutt does have the flinch, which would be nice, but I think just adding a little bit more power is helpful. Next up we have Shell Shocker, the Mega Blastoise with the Inner Focus ability and the moves Meteor Mash, Water Pulse, Poison Jab and Eruption that we taught her in the last episode. Then we have Beacon, the Lantern with the Sap Sipper ability and the moves Bubble Beam, Electro Ball, Signal Beam and Confuse Ray. And we have Dragonfly, the Yan Mega with the Leaf Guard ability and moves Bug Buzz, Ancient Power, Pursuit and Double Team. And last but not least we have loves slowing down the game, Professor X, the Mega Mewtwo Y with the Guts ability and the moves Confusion, Swift, Future Sight and Disable. And last but not least, we also have Egg. Sounds can be heard coming from the side. This egg will hatch soon. So, as I said, we're going to start off this episode by continuing this little cycle around Mauville City. But before we do that, a shout out to our unofficial sponsor yet again, Monster Energy, Zero Sugar, Gladys. We're going to do this nice and quick because we want to get this egg hatched. Gladys, hope you're listening. Please be generous. Oh, there was a struggle. There was a struggle there. There was a fight with the can. I'm going to give that maybe like a 5, maybe a 4. Wasn't great. But, you know what? We can do better. We can do better and we'll just make improvements and adjust. We'll try and get a little bit better next time. But anyways, before we grind this egg, one last little thing, and that's to take a sip. Cheers. Oh. Now, I've got a little bit of water from that can because it's come from the fridge and it has sat there a little bit. And I don't actually know if you've noticed either, is that currently right now I have my game on a slightly higher speed. I didn't even think about registering that there. I have upped the speed a little bit and it was to try and grind out this egg a little bit quicker. So what I'll do is we'll do this egg and then we will drop the speed back down. So you will see the settings for a very brief moment, but we're using the speed up a little bit here. Now it's not even that much higher of a speed. It's currently running at about 145-ish, 150%. The reason the speed is up is just to help us get the egg hatched a little bit faster. But here we are. Now I've got the encounter thing, like my little encounter table thing ready for this to be noted down as the Lavaridge Town encounter because it's the only one we can get there. So without further ado, here is potentially a new member in the team. Now that was rather fast because I've got the speed up on. I probably should have slowed that down. But I would love to add this. I would love to add this. This Beldum to the team. Metaman, the Beldum. What ability? Level 1, obviously. Tinted Lens powers up, okay. Now it is down in special attack but up in speed, so we'll have to run it as a physical. Now, unfortunately, that means we will have to, because I've now decided that I'm going to be running this Beldum. We were going to have ourselves our Mamoswine Hoth, who did get a little bit of leveling off screen. We'll take the lucky egg. Sorry, Hoth. Hoth did get a little bit of leveling off screen to try and become a slightly stronger mammal swine, just in case the egg wasn't something that we were looking to use. But we are definitely going to be using this, and we're going to give Metaman the lucky egg, and we're going to put Metaman in first. Hopefully, we don't get. We're going to save as well. And before I continue with the emulation, I am going to have to quickly just. There might be a little. Yeah, so you'll see on screen as we bring the speed down to that 100% marker. So we're now back to normal speed. I need to double check that I've got my battle effects on so that they're not, because we were doing a little bit of grinding as well. But the other thing now we've got to go do is we need to go further north, because we also need to collect the fossil from the Route 111 desert. So there's a couple of trainers in the desert that we can use to grind up our newly acquired Beldum for the team. A hard stone, okay. Powers up rock type moves, that's not too bad. So we can go up north here. We can jump into the desert. Get rid of the bike and opt for these bad boys instead. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work our way down. X accuracy. We're going to work our way down south here. And just work our way up the desert. Here we go, here's a trainer here. Metaman's first battle of his life. Coming up against a Sunny form, Castform. Now I'm also worried, I was just, oh, it's got a slow start. I was slightly worried there because I saw the sandstorm and I was thinking, oh, Metaman might get hit by the sandstorm, but then I've just realised and remembered that Metaman is also a steel type, so it doesn't get affected by sandstorm. It's now changed the rain, which is not helping this Castform. Now the issue with Castform is it doesn't have its ability in this game because it's randomised, so unfortunately it wouldn't have changed from the fire type that it currently is to the water type that it should be in rain if it had this ability. Metaman, level 2, level 3, level 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and not 10, I don't think. What a guess! What a guess! I had no idea that was actually going to happen. That's nuts. Okay, going further south, we're going to go all the way down because I'm pretty sure there's a TM down here as well, actually, now that I think about it. There is, yeah. Blast Burn! What a TM to get. What a TM to get. That is unbelievable. Okay. Not what I planned for when I was starting this episode, actually. Now, we already have our desert encounter. I need to be very, very careful here, leaving in my Beldum, because obviously I can't just run away because it's quite weak, so it's quite slow as well, so we're not going to be able to run away from encounters dead easily. One of the things I'm doing just now, actually, is I need to put my phone on charge so that it's not dying out before my afternoon session. Because I still need it for the afternoon session. Then goes the Ponyard. And Metaman gaining another level there. And we are going to make our way up the right hand side. And take on this trainer. Who looks like to be like a kind of fossil excavator almost. It's a Ruin Maniac with a Leafeon. Okay, so we should... Ooh, a little bit lag there. We should get some pretty good experience from this Leafeon here for Metaman. Whilst we're battling this guy, we'll just go over KDP's morning. Do you know, again, another productive day today, another really good morning. So I got up early, 5:30 again, Got myself prepped and ready. Made my way down to the hall to do my do a physical session myself. So I did a shadow session with a little bit of skipping as well, which felt really good. It was tough. I made it quite tough for myself. Keyrim. Okay, so we're definitely going to put in Meta Man for this because we need that experience from the Keyrim. We just need to be careful here. Because this is a very strong Pokemon. I need to be very, very careful. I think we resist with water. So if it uses Dragon, I think water resists that. Oh, and Prison. The Prison's fine. That's okay. So, made it to the hall, did my physical session, took about kind of 40 minutes-ish, which left me, and I brought my book with me, which is sitting on my table here, my Myrtle book, which is kind of like it's kind of like a reading book, but also a puzzle book, so it's got some pretty cool puzzles on it, that you follow along with the kind of little story that it tells you about the detective trying to figure out a crime. Now there's a number of different puzzles in it. I think there's like 100 actually. And you use a logic table to solve the puzzle, or to solve the crime. And there's Meta Man gaining a significant amount of experience again. But yeah, so I took that with me, and after my physical session, I wandered down from the hall and down the little hill, and just across the street there is a little bakery that does coffee and stuff as well. So I wandered down. Another Mewtwo X. That's two. We've literally found one in the desert further up. This might be another trainer. Oh, safety goggles. Okay. Oh, no, okay. Maybe here? Growth notch, okay. But yeah, so it was nice actually. I went down to the little bakery, got myself a coffee. Now, one of the other things actually that I have grown a lot more fond of over here, and the kids that I coach initially hyped it up as if it was this like amazing drink that I was going to love and that I couldn't get enough of, blah blah blah. Now, initially I was skeptical. Now, this drink is called Apfel. I need to remember how to say it properly. It's called Apfel Schorle. Now, I'm just quickly reading some messages actually here. So, just reading some messages there. But yeah, this drink, Apfel Schorle, is... Could we take down this Spewpa? No, we're not going to risk it. We're not going to risk it. We're not going to risk it. We're just going to... we're going to swap out. We're not going to be silly. We're going to swap out and we're just going to take down the Spewpa. I was just worried it was going to use... It is a Spewpa, I know. I was just worried it was going to use like some bug moves, and I think Steel might resist it, but you can never be too sure. You just gotta be careful. As I was saying, it's like a kind of like, imagine apple juice meeting sparkling water. And at first when they told me that, I was like, oh, that does not sound good. I've really come around on it. I've really come around on it. It's super, super refreshing. It's actually possibly, not like one of my, I wouldn't say one of my favourite drinks, but more recently, it has become something I've actually enjoyed a little bit more. What's all this mulch? We're not going to use that. Actually, we could use it, I think, for berries and stuff, but we're not actually going to use it. But it's actually one of the drinks that I've been kind of more inclined to get if I have been looking to get myself something to drink. But it's, you know, it's hard to explain unless you try it, because it's but the sound of it, it really doesn't sound good. Like saying it's apple juice mixed with sparkling water doesn't really sound incredibly appetizing. Because I actually really like apple juice in this. I thought then it wouldn't be nice at all. But it is. It's actually surprising, and especially when it's cold, it's actually very, very refreshing. So that was my morning. It was, and now I've come back home, made myself some lunch, sorted out some clothes that I had to fold, did some dishes and stuff that I needed to do, and now I'm recording this. And I've got a few other bits and bobs to do this afternoon. Like I've got some stuff to do just before I start the session, then I've got my session, then I need to come home, get myself some dinner before I head out to training tonight. I've got club training tonight at 8 o'clock, which it's 8 till 10, but I can only really do about 8 till half 9 because I kind of need to finish at half 9 and make sure I get back here in time, because if I stay till 10, I'll get back here much later, I won't get to bed as early, and I'm up quite early in the morning, so I am... Nope, we're not going to be silly again. We are going to swap out to Dragonfly. I need to get to bed quite reasonably early-ish because, again, I'm keeping up the grind. I'm going to bed early so that I can do my... Now, that was either bite or crunch there, and I'm glad I swapped out because I'm pretty sure we would have been weak to that. But yeah, we've been getting up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock every morning to do our workouts and stuff, and tomorrow morning, Wednesdays is a little bit of a, it's not like weights, it's more of a kind of yoga slash Pilates type thing that I kind of do for kind of strength and mobility. It's not like weight training that could obviously I could do another weight session, but I feel like I don't really want to get like absolutely massive, and I don't really see the point in kind of doing that. Like, I get it if people want to do that, but for me, it's just not something I've overly been interested in. How did you manage to climb up here? Okay. Is this a trainer? Hello? Ah, it is. Okay. But yeah, you know, it's for me, I just do the 2 weight sessions a week. I've been doing like a kind of walk every other day. This morning was a physical one. Or I've been doing a walk every day, not every other day. I need to be very careful here because this is a mega. Dragonfly has the bug type move. I'm just hoping, I don't think it would use like area release or something. I think it would use the dark type move here. It goes for bite. Oof. Okay, we're going to heal up here because I am going to be very careful. I would like to be careful. Want to make sure that we're not getting killed off here. Okay. Goes for short stance. Now we outspeed, and with Bug Buzz we should take it out. Even though it is a mega. And we do. Okay, perfect. That was a little bit worrying because we saw the sword stance there, but we're all good. We're surviving. And there's Meta Man growing to level 19. Oh, almost. I was thinking we can make it to level 20, which is where Meta Man the Beldum will evolve, but looks like we're going to have to wait one more little level, one more battle possibly. But as I was saying, once I finally get there, is that yeah, it's been good. I think the additional kind of yoga slash Pilates session has been a kind of good addition to my training. The 2 weight sessions a week are good enough for me. I'm looking to kind of build up some strength, and obviously I can do that in my 2 weight sessions without getting too big. Like I'm happy enough being a decent amount of kind of strength and stuff like that. And I'm not looking to get like absolutely gigantic because I'm playing badminton and I just want to keep fit. That's kind of a bit. I'm not looking to try and kind of overdo it. Now, the question is, which fossil do we go for? The root one, or the claw fossil? Now, I don't know why in the back of my head I can't remember the fossil that we got as a... I can check it right now actually. Dome fossil and the jaw fossil. Okay, so we've not got... We picked up 2 fossils as static encounters, so we don't have either of these. Now, normally I used to take the claw fossil for Anorith and Armaldo, but I'm going to take the root fossil this time. I liked the leap incredibly, and I did take it occasionally, but the majority of the time I would take the claw fossil. So we're going to go for the root fossil here. We're going to lose the claw fossil to the sand, unfortunately. So we're going to have to just leave with just one fossil in hand, which is absolutely fine. And I believe we've taken on all the trainers here in the desert, and which means we can make our way out of the desert. Unless there's some items that I've missed out on, but I don't think there is. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back up the mountain, because I think when I was last in Lava Ridge Town, before I started trying to grind out that egg, which had our Beldum in it, I'm pretty sure, so I need to go up, I'm pretty sure that May was still in Lava Ridge Town. I'm pretty sure she's still kind of hanging about for us to come back, and then she can take us to Petalburg City, like kind of via fast travel. I think she kind of hangs about there essentially, if the player chooses not to travel with her. She kind of just hangs about there in case they like kind of hang about the desert or whatever, and then come back to it. So we will head down the mountain. We're going to take the most direct route possible here. There we go. Nice and quick. Into Lava Ridge Town, and there's May there, who hopefully, yes, we do indeed, we would like to go back to Petalburg. There we go. Thank you very much, May. Now, we're not going to take on the gym just yet, because we're going to go get ourselves that fossil Pokemon. Actually, can I even... I don't think I even need to put... I was about to put Pokemon away, but I don't think I even need to do that. I think I can make my way north and... and I think I can just get the fossil and maybe go straight to my PC. I was hoping to avoid some of the Pokemon in the grass, but that's okay, we will take them on. We can maybe get ourselves a little bit of experience here, actually. There we go, one shot and a Swoobat. We'll take a little bit of damage with takedown, but maybe we can get ourselves enough experience to evolve. Here we go. I was just thinking, that's what I was thinking there. Get ourselves the evolution. Here we go. Metaman, the Beldum, our newly hatched egg, evolving in the same episode that it hatched, evolving into Metang. My hat is actually kind of crushing my head a little bit, but I'll power through for the next kind of 15 minutes or so. Just because I can't really be bothered taking off my earphones and kind of sorting it out. So I'll just... we should learn, yep, Confusion, and do we learn Metal Claw as well, am I right? Yes, okay. I do remember the level, the kind of move set. And it's got Pure Power. Wow, okay, that's good. So we have a Pure Power Metang boosting that attack stat, which is unbelievable. One of the things we should check actually is what? Okay, right. We're gonna teach Leaf Blade. We're just gonna teach physical moves because we've got Pure Power. Why not? Bring out Flash Cannon, Ice Punch. That's okay. Can learn Storm Throw. This attack always results in a critical hit. 2 right, we're going to teach it Storm Throw, fighting type move. What do we get rid of? We'll get rid of Takedown because that's going to cause us a little bit of hassle in the long run, I think. So we'll just get rid of that just now. We'll go for Storm Throw. Can learn Reversal as well. I think Storm Throw is probably the better option there. In terms of the kind of physical move set. And then we've got Metal Claw, Storm Throw, Confusion, and Leaf Blade. But we'll move Confusion up, so we can still kind of use it if we need to. But we just know that our Metagross, or hopefully our future Metagross, will still be alive. and it can be a physical attacker. So let's see that pure power put to good use here with a Metal Claw. Lovely. Taking out the Swoobat. And obviously, our newly evolved Metang has a little bit to go in terms of catching up with the rest of the team in levels. But I believe our Metang will get there soon. Here we go. And we're going to continue north and make our way into... Is it the Devon Corp? Devon Corporation? Whoa, that was a lot of lag. Jeez, oh. Okay. The Devon Corporation. The second floor. We make our way to the corner of the room because this is where our fossil excavator is. We do indeed. The root fossil, what do we get? I'm not going to look up yet because I need to type it in to my... Here we go. It's not a lot. Cottony! Okay. So we've got ourselves a Cottony. Now, unfortunately, it's kind of almost pointless because Cottony... One doesn't have a nickname yet. Yeah, but do you know what we're going to call her? We'll call our Cottony Cotton Bud. Cotton Bud, the Cottony, who is in our PC just now. But unfortunately, we won't really be able to evolve it because I'm pretty sure it needs either a Sunstone or a Dawnstone. And I don't think we have any stones apart from a Hardstone, which isn't an evolution item. We've got a Leaf Stone, which isn't going to be the one to evolve it, unfortunately. But we would need that. I think it might be just a Sunstone rather than a Dawnstone. I think it's a Sunstone. So if we ever find one, we could maybe consider having a Cottony on the team. Or not a Cottony, a Whimsicott, hopefully a future Whimsicott. So we've figured out that what our root fossil has turned into, and we're bumping into loads of things there as we try and leave the city. Oh, this is not... I'm not very good with the Mac bike. I'm really not very good with it. That sounded very, very legendary there, but unfortunately we don't use the Dex nav in this game because for some weird reason we can't really kind of figure out how to kind of set it so that our guy kind of creeps, because no matter what I do, I can't seem to kind of get the creep action going. He just walks. Anyways, we're going to dive straight into this gym. We're going to take as many trainers on as we can in this episode as possible. We could make our way straight to the gym leader if we really wanted to, but what we're going to do is we're going to take on this trainer right here. Now, actually, what I'm going to do is, because this is actually a little bit too tight, and it is squeezing my head, I'm going to quickly sort it out. Whilst we take on Ace Trainer Mayday. Oh. But it's maybe not too tight. I think it was maybe just a little bit too far down my big fat head. It was, so I've sat it back a little bit further. Hopefully that causes a little bit of relief. Okay, Granbull. Can a Granbull learn Bite or something? That's the question. Ours doesn't have Bite, I don't think. So it's just about whether this one does. Because I'm considering staying in here, getting ourselves some experience. Because we do have a super effective move. So it's level 28, so it should know Roar, Headbutt, Lick, and Bite. It should know Bite. Okay, so we're actually going to swap out. We're going to be safe. I would rather not lose my... Oh, why am I swapping in? That's so silly. I literally just said about Bite. They've wasted a turn. They went for the X accuracy. I'm still confident that our Mega Mewtwo Y would survive anyways. Yeah, oh, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Now our Meta Man there might not have been so lucky to have survived that. And our Mega Mewtwo Y did take a significant amount of damage there, I will admit. Psycho Cut. Critical hits. Now we do have decent amount of... Do you know what? We'll actually learn it because we've literally not used Future Sight. Oh, it does a lot of damage though. No, we're not going to learn it. We're not going to learn it. I completely forgot Future Sight does that amount of damage. Yes, we'll give up on Psycho Cut. Metaman still getting use of that lucky egg there. Hopefully soon we'll be able to use it to its full potential, and Metaman will be able to... okay, so we're going to go back here. And Metaman will be able to take on opponents himself. The speed room, yes, we would like to go into the speed room, please. We're going to take on all the trainers in here, get all of the cash and experience that we can before we take on the 5th gym. Now, for some reason, the app that I use to track our Nuzlocks, again, Dark type, we do have Leaf Blade. We could try and stay in, but I'm going to be careful again, and I'm going to swap out to Beacon. I accidentally clicked on the 6th gym badge in the last episode, and for some reason it's still not gone away. Even if I tap it, like, it doesn't seem to kind of go away. I don't know if there's like something you can do, or every time I tap it, it just kind of stays the same colour. So I'm going to be very careful not to click any of the other ones. We will go for a Signal Beam. Switch up a little bit. Maybe the right choice there, because it seems like Carvanha was a little bit faster than us, and Electro Ball might not have done as much damage as we would have hoped. Now what we're going to do after taking on those 2 trainers is we are going to actually head back to the Pokemon Center, because a few of our Pokemon are kind of bruised and battered a little bit. We've lost a little bit of damage to some of our Pokemon there, because when I was putting in Lantern, whose name, even though she was on the screen, seems to elude me right now. I can't remember her name right now. Lantern. What is our Lantern name? That's so bad I can't remember. We literally just used it. Beacon. Beacon the Lantern. I'm so sorry. But obviously we just threw Beacon in there and she had no health. The speed room, yes indeed, we're going to enter the speed room on the left, and we're going to go to the furthest left door. Yes indeed, I would like to head into the Zero Reduction room. We'll take on another trainer. Now hopefully in this episode we can defeat all the trainers and maybe leave the gym leader for the next episode. It just depends on how quickly we get through all these trainers. Yet again, oh, actually maybe Scraggy might not have the Dark type yet. Do we risk it? Scraggy's still got, I think Scraggy's still got a pretty good physical attack, so we are going to swap out. We're not going to risk anything. We have a future Metagross in our hands, and it would be silly to waste that potential trying to take out a Scraggy. Who knows, payback. And just did a hell of a amount of damage there. Jeez, oh. Woo! Did not see that coming at all. I did say I thought it had a high attack, but I didn't realise it would do that much damage. Now, it is payback, so it's probably doubled, I think, from taking some damage there. But jeez, oh. We bought potions, so let's use some of them. Heal up. Beacon here. Back to full. And we'll move over to the middle room. The defense room. Yes, indeed. I just keep checking my phone because it's kind of popping off. We've got some messages coming in from a number of different things. We've got them from some coaches and stuff. That's a go. Let's swap out into Dragonfly. We've got some messages from the coaching team, some messages from other people. Just trying to keep track and also trying to kind of go through the episodes. I probably shouldn't really be looking at my messages. I should just be focused on our battles here, because this is how we end up losing Pokemon sometimes in these Nuzlocks, is when we're not focused. So, but it's hard because my brain just tends to kind of be a little bit all over the place. Okay. Now we should have one. Yep, there should be one more trainer in the recovery room. So I believe it goes like the way the rooms go is the rooms kind of go like a 2, a 3, a 2, and then generally go up the top. So after this one, we should only have 2 battles left. Metaman, do you know what? This side should maybe be the first one that you stay in and you take it on yourself, and we avoid the Aqua Tail. Perfect. We put that pure power to good use and take out a Barboach with Leaf Blade. I don't think Aqua Tail would have done very much, but I was a little bit. I'm a little bit stressed to lose our newly caught and evolved, or hatched and evolved Metang. Oh, need to be careful. Okay, this is the one-hit KO room, I think. A Torchic. Okay, we can stay in for a Torchic. Even if it knows Ember. Do we stay in? Yeah, we're going to stay in. It's a Torchic. Wasting time going for a dire hit. We should be fine. I don't think we're going to get... Yeah, we should outspeed as well. We've absolutely devoured that can there. It was just going down very, very nicely. Pursuit. We're not going to learn Pursuit because we've got some pretty good moves in the ones we already have. We've got Metal Claw, Confusion, Storm Throw, and Leaf Blade. There's no point in learning Pursuit there. It is a physical type attack, but I think it's still better to keep, even though we're down in special attack as well, I think it's still better to have a little bit of coverage on the special side and the psychic side until we get maybe a better physical move like Zen Headbutt or something like that we can teach our Metang. Okay, here we go. Mash up that. Now this takes us to our last trainer of the gen. Perfect timing because it is the 38-minute mark. Now we can put that. Okay, X attack. Do need to be careful because we still. Oof, that was nothing. I do need to be careful here. It's all good. We outspeed. If it does the same power, we should be fine. I was saying we need to be careful just because we are still. I think it's not resisted, but I think we should still take a little bit of damage there. Here we go. The gym leader is waiting. Yes, indeed, we do want to enter because we are going to finish up right in front of our dad, who is meditating and waiting for us to come along here. A little bit of foreshadowing for the next episode. You have come, my son. Oh, baby. Here we are. We're going to stand just like our dad, facing down into the rest of the room and finish off here. I've been KDP. This has been Bang Average Gaming's Pokemon Omega Ruby Randomised Nuzlocke. We have made our way through a lot of story today. We got ourselves plenty of experience after hatching our newly acquired Beldum, which is now evolved into a Metang in the same episode and is now part of our team. We got ourselves some experience for Metang in the desert on Route 111. We picked up our fossil, we made our way back to Petalburg, we hatched the fossil, we have now got ourselves a Cottony, which is sitting in our PC box as well. And We've also grinded through all of the Petalburg gym trainers, so we are one battle away from getting ourselves the 5th gym badge in this Nuzlocke. I believe we can do it. We just got to keep pushing on. It has been a pleasure to keep the grind going. Once again, we are... This snowball effect. If we just keep working, we keep grinding, we just keep recording, it's working. We're making the content, we're making the videos, and we are pummeling our way through this Nuzlocke. Can't wait to see what the next one has in store. I hope you guys are enjoying it. If anyone is there, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new, if you've been here and you have watched, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It would mean so much because we're literally on like 4 subscribers, so to go up even 1 subscriber, it would mean the world to me. And it would give me a little bit of motivation to just keep pushing on. Not that I'm not going to continue pushing on, but again, it would just keep hyping me up, and we would maybe, I don't know, add some extra content. We'd maybe fight. I don't know what would happen. We'll just have to wait and see. So when you're there, smash the like button, comment whatever you feel like commenting. Within reason, obviously. Subscribe to the channel for some more Pokemon Nuzlocke content. I'm going to stop warbling. I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.